Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setups for today. So a couple of things brewing here, and I think I just want to start off with the daily because that's quite important. We have a daily pin bar, which is also an inside bar. So the lows of yesterday are critical for today. We are quite extended past the moving averages at the moment, and the oscillators are grouped to the upside. So I would expect some kind of a pullback. There is a potential turn, but if we look at the weekly here as well, we need to see some kind of a weekly higher low. And at the moment, sorry, we just want to get down to two levels that we need to pay attention to on the weekly, and these are these ones down here. So that is in amongst the moving averages as well. So what we're really looking for on the weekly is kind of just a pullback, ease off a little bit, build a base, and then move to the upside. Because until that happens, this is just a bull rally and a bear trend, or should we call it a bear rally? So let's just look at what we see from yesterday. So yesterday, pin bar, engulfing bar on the 8 hour, grouping of the oscillators. And it is off a weekly level. Sorry, it didn't get that one in. Let's just get that in. Oh, seem to remember it being off a weekly level. There it is there. But we're kind of flirting all over the place. Just bear with me a second. Just want to make sure that we have the right level here, because there we go. Okay, I knew there was a level that we should have been paying attention to. You see, from May, you can see we use this area as support and resistance, and it goes all the way back into April as well, and even into March. You can see March here as well, how important this is. And this is just an example of why you want to be paying attention to multiple time frames, so you're just fully aware of what's going on. So just look at the price action here on the 3 hour. We've also got a rejection here. We've got an inside bar, pin bar here, rejection. We've got one on the daily. We've got one on the 8 hour. However, the oscillators on the 3 hour are giving us a different picture. That is not something that I like to see happening when I'm looking for a short, because all that means is it's ranging and consolidating for a break to the upside. So that is with the trend, which makes the most logical sense. So if we start drilling down to the 1 hour, you're going to see we've got a bit of a crossover down here. We didn't really bounce off any structure. The closest bit of structure we've got is here, which is kind of weak at 14,240. That's kind of the bottom. That is also the bottom of the pin bar, the daily pin bar. So you have two levels on your chart at the moment which are pretty critical, which is basically the range. And we had a fake out of the range here, which formed the daily pin bar. So 50-minute grouping to the upside, we're in amongst the moving averages. They are flat. So if we start dropping below 14,240, I would take that as the pin bar playing out on the daily, and you'd have a 225 point stop loss. So you'd be looking for above this pin bar as your stop loss and your entry down the bottom here. So that's kind of the first scenario. I don't see anything moving to the upside just yet, so I would prefer to see a bit of a pullback. And we do have this diagonal that did form, which has broken this morning. So don't be too surprised. And I just want to get that 50-minute level in there. So you can see this level to the downside also lines up quite nicely with this diagonal. So that would be at 14,171. So you do want to see price drop. Gets to this point, it'll rally because we are in a bit of a bull rally at the moment on the lower time frames. Then you need to see a rejection of 14,240. You see a rejection of 14,240, then that is your signal that you're looking for the short here, and your stop can basically be above this level here, and that would be the correct way to put it, up here at 14,431, but this is also work out at 14,339. So that's kind of what we're seeing at the moment. We do have a bit of noise coming out in the market today, so that could impact us, but For as long as we're going sideways, I have no interest in trading this. If we break this to the downside, you can see the structure we've got here, so could be an opportunity here for a long, and you're only going to aim for this area here. If it rejects there, then all bets are off. You're looking to continue down to this area here at 13,971. So that's kind of my view at the moment. It is sideways, so please be careful. It's not something which is going to offer much opportunity, and what I often find in situations like this is just pay attention to the 5-minute chart, and you can see the 5-minute chart is already indicating oversold, or overbought should I rather say, opportunity to short here. So even this late in the session, you're looking at a 50-point stop loss for at least a move back down to test this level here. So it's a one-to-one trade at the moment. But anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. We are ranging. Be careful. Wait for price action and wait for structure. If you don't have structure, stay out of the markets. If you don't see a retest of a level on whatever time frame you're looking at, just pay attention to your higher time frame levels, but then in the lower time frames, just pay attention to them as well, because you'll know, like, there's a potential double bottom. There's a double bottom here. There's a neckline. So retest that area and start rejecting that, then you know you've got a double bottom target to the upside. Anyway, that's kind of my view today. Really cautious, and we will wait and see. If we do get the breaks, we are going to take them either to the downside or to the upside. Or the upside move I'd have to close my eyes because of what's going on the higher time frames. Anyway, that's my confused outlook for today. Hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.